Hello? What up, people? Yeah, I know I'm a little bit late tonight, but was getting all set up. But how are you guys doing? It's Sunday. Hopefully having a good day. Alright, we got much to do today. We got to get out a tweet. We need to open up Discord. Let's go to Reddit real quick too. Let's do all of the things. All of the things. Okay. Alright. Hashtag BG's Harry Berries. What the heck? Not Vascu, send it over to Canadian. Send it over to Loonies, a toonie, if you will. Thank you very much, Not Vascu. I appreciate that, man. You about to get slapped real quick. Hold up. Hold up. Slap. Thank you. Okay. I need to do a tweet. Let's do a tweet. Give me one sec here, guys. Almost done getting set up. Dearest at Marvel Champions. Listen, I know I talk a lot of crap about pants, but I do appreciate everything they do for us. One, they keep our junk warm. Two, we should make that number 2 actually. Keep our junk warm. Let's go back up. Let's say hold our most valuable possessions. Actually, should I say like that? Oh, whoops. Wait. Possessions. Our phones. And 3. They are a great oversized napkin. P.S. I am now live. Okay. Good enough? I heard a bunch of dings going off. What in the world is going on, guys? What in the world is going on? Wait, what is it? Hashtag Korgasm. Korgasm. Lowe's nose was just far up Spooky's butt and Spooky didn't swat her. Ugh. Keep that dog's nose away from me. Yo, BG Ziski. Happy Labor Day weekend. You gonna take Arena off tomorrow? Hashtag no work. Well, I ain't gonna be working, but no, I'm gonna be working and arena grinding, doing both things. Anyway, tweet. Okay. All right. It's Korg testing tonight, guys. So still getting set up here a little bit. Let me I gotta get Cameron on in just a sec, but let me go through all these super chats. Let's start the wall again. Oh no, the wall. It's happening. It's coming back. Eddie Gonzalez sent over $2. Thank you very much, Eddie. Appreciate that. Thank you. See Yuki's comment real quick here. BG, I've been sponsoring for a few months now, but I only have one banana. Where are my bananas? It's a 6-month thing. Right now I'm hovering over your banana. It says 4 months, so you're almost there. Alright. Let me update the wall real quick. We can't do the wall like we did yesterday. If it gets taken down, it's getting taken down. Can't have it covering up gameplay during a testing stream. Delithia saying, let the wall never fall. You guys really like the wall, huh? Delithius, thank you so much for the $2, dude. Appreciate that. Poos on Poos sending over 2 Canadian bucks saying, Justin Trudeau told me to give you this. Thank you very much, Poos on Poos. And to Justin Trudeau, I think that's how you say his name, right? Sounds about right, at least. Is there... there is more. Oh my goodness. Alright, and there was also... Miguel sending over... is that a read last one? I don't see any message with this. Miguel. Miguel, where you at? Miguel. BG, I'm going to hector you, have you watch my video. I haven't yet. I just saw it on Twitter right before I went to make a thumbnail and then went live. So, yeah. I have not had a chance to check it out yet. I will try to check it out, but yeah, sometimes I could be forgetful, so hopefully I don't forget. And Gus also sending over $2 saying, is not Korg testing, it is hashtag Korgasm. Alright, well, prepare yourselves for the Korgasm tonight. Prepare yourself. Question is, if BG did his homework by reading Cam's post. I read Cam's post. There's some stuff that we'll have to discuss there. Speaking of Cam, we gotta do this. I'm gonna put Cam's post in the chat here for all of you to check out. The link is in the chat. Or if the link doesn't work, you can just go over to Reddit, and it's it's on the front page of Reddit here. It's a whole bunch of information here, whole bunch of info. Yo, what up, Dicer? Right, I haven't logged in today. I did 15.8 million. Did I get Korg? I think so. I don't know. Add me back on Skype, you butt. Discord. We're doing Discord. We're doing the Discords. How do we add you on Discord? Are you the same? There's like numbers and stuff on Discord, right? Or are you on like Cade's thing or whatever? Ziski also sending over $2 saying, put me up before it comes down, please. You've got it. Hold up. Alright, there we go. Thank you very much, Ziski. Appreciate that. I added a request, but I'm also in Kate's thing. Okay, alright. The request, I think I can find that. Hang on. Hold on, just in case it shows something. I'm gonna put this back to the game real quick. Okay. Man, I'm such a Discord noob. Okay, I see it. Alright. There we go. And should we just go into one of the rooms in Gades, or how do we do the private call thing? Oh man, I'm so bad with this. All right, wait, I think I can. If we go to friends, online, this button. I think I got this. If this doesn't work, then yeah, well, somebody will have to help us out. Get your buns in one of the dungeon rooms. Oh, I mean, we could have done that too.
Hello.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
What up, dude?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is all technology, man. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. It's stuff.
You don't appreciate technology?
No.
Me neither.
We should MSN.
MSN. Oh, jeez. I never actually done anything MSN. Art of Chaos sending over $2. Is there still an MSN thing? Because isn't Microsoft and Skype, aren't they one and the same?
Yeah, I think it's discontinued. No more MSN.
The question is there still AOL Instant Messenger? Is that still a thing?
Yes. Yeah, it is. I have an AOL account for emails, and I use it for like official communications, and it's still working, yeah. So
interesting. Art of Chaos sent over 2 saying I pulled my Corvus out today while out in public. Ooh, dude, you got to be careful about that. You got to be real careful about that, Art of Chaos. Uh, and Mentor of Titan also sending over $2 saying, "Hey Brian, you're awesome. That's all." Thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
Man, you need to take away the wall if people want to see, you dueling anyone, because the health bar is up there.
Yeah, I didn't expect there to be a wall today. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go abbreviation mode, I think. But we'll do that in a second once I start. Once we actually get to a fight. I'll leave it up there for right now. At least.
Drafty is saying you use AL for official communications. Do people take you seriously? I did do, because I've had that email for a long time now, and that's the one I've gave out, and that's the one we used. Yeah. People are saying AIM is dead. Yeah, I think AIM is dead.
Well, wait. AIM is AOL Instant Messenger, though, right? I thought that's what we were just talking about.
The email service is still working.
Oh! You just use the email. Okay, all right. All right. And before we get into this, guys, just a reminder: tonight is really not the night for general rank up advice or questions and who to awaken and all that stuff. This is a Korg focused testing stream. This way, it's easier to sort through the questions about Korg. If your question is related to Korg at rank up, like, hey, who do you think is going to be a better counter to rank up or something like that, then that's something. But in the general sense, save it for any of the other streams. It's one stream out of 14, once every 2 weeks, basically, that we do this. So, yeah, there's plenty of other opportunities to get your questions in.
Do you want to just go over his ability, offensively, really quickly, because he doesn't have that many, and we can just go back and focus on how to counter or something?
Yeah, he doesn't have too many, right? I did pull him up here. Hang on, let me minimize this.
I love the way he moves. It's mesmerizing.
What does he have offensively? Because I haven't actually looked at anything offensively.
He has a pretty strong armor break.
Oh yeah, I did see that over here, the heavy attack thing. Hold that thought. Bonesaw Hoochie Wife sent it over $2 saying, "This is for Laura and Lola and your kneecaps." Thank you. I do need to get some new kneecaps. Thank you very much, Bonesaw Hoochie Wife. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Okay. What's his crit? Actually, yeah, let's look at his base stats first. So, his base health is really high. It's not the highest in the game, but it's definitely up there. 35.
It's void level. It's void level on the base HP, I think.
35,666. I think that's a little bit below void. Yeah, just barely. Void still has a little bit higher. I think it's right above Medusa. Oh, actually, it's quite a bit above Medusa. So yeah, no, it's really high. Oh crap, that didn't take me back to the protocol. All right, let's go back. Shido Brown is the dual target if you guys want to try out some duels and stuff like that, or check out the character in game for yourselves. Mentor of Titan sent it over too, saying, "Forgot to add screw Korg." I feel like a lot of people are going to be saying screw Korg coming soon here. But right, wait, hang on a second. Okay. Well, now the wall... See, I don't even have to do any abbreviations, because now the wall has come crumbling down. All on its own. Alright, thank you very much for the now $4, Mentor Titan. Appreciate that, dude. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of these stats. So, yeah, offensively, his crit rating is trash. Does he have any... He doesn't have any abilities that increase his crit or anything like that, does he?
No.
Okay. His armor is actually... I've seen higher, so it's not that great. Block proficiency is also not that great. Well, not that you really want to attack into him while he's blocking, but yeah. Crit resistance, however, is super important when it comes to defensive abilities. So yeah, that's definitely up there. All right, so those are his base stats. His base attack is also really low. It's just under 2100, so I mean,
That's also a void level.
yeah, that is also void level. Except void gains like potentially like over 6,000 attacks, so it's a little bit different.
Yep.
But alright, so his other thing, the heavy attack here. How do you say the little helper's name? That
Meek?
Meek. Okay,
Yeah.
Meek expels fluids on opponents when hitting with a heavy attack, creeping out the crowd and consuming all crowd excitement to inflict armor break, reducing their armor rating by 784 for each crowd excitement charge for 8 seconds. So yeah, you could have a lot of those charges, right? If you just let yourself, if you just block and let like Winter Soldier, like well anybody, but I'm gonna test against Winter Soldier for a couple
Well,
seconds here.
block is one way, and SP3 is another way.
Oh, do you gain them on your special 3? Oh,
Yeah,
I
big
didn't see
time.
that.
Big
Okay.
time, yeah.
Crowd excitement goes up by
Uh,
9 for 20 seconds. Okay.
and those things last so long.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
pretty
those
big.
things last too long. So in the leaked info on Korg, the one that MCOC mod posted, I think there was a line there where once he lost his rock charges, the shield due to SP3 is gonna take like 3 times as long to come back, but they just removed that from the actual abilities. But you know that that would have made him a lot more manageable, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems pretty loose with his specials, though. You think it's gonna be a problem, or maybe like, do you think it's gonna be a problem like an all or nothing node? I saw the list of nodes they had, but I can't remember if all or nothing was.
Yeah, I
one
think
of them.
all or nothing is going to be also problematic with him.
Okay.
Very few counters for him there.
You did say Magik is a good counter to this guy just in general, though, right? So.
Yes. That all or nothing node, it's kind of a shitty node, to be honest, because there's Plague Mind as well on it. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Real quick, Fern Lothen NYC. Is that how you say that? If not, I'm so sorry. You sent over $5 saying, "Hey BG, close to finishing Act 4. We'll have enough resources to take another 5-star to rank 4. Both unawakened, Corvus or Iceman." Hold on a second. I would definitely go with Corvus.
I think Iceman has a much higher staying power than Corvus.
You think so?
Big time, yeah.
What about for like clearing act outside of just Alliance War?
I think even in Act 5, Iceman is better.
Okay, well, they're both
And
good
he's
options,
cheaper.
I would say. So, honestly, I don't think you can go wrong either way. Oh, fear and okay, that makes a lot more sense. The N being lowercase threw me off. Fear and loathing. Okay, all right. I was like, fern loathing? Who loathes ferns? But okay, fear and loathing. So yeah, I think either is fine. I don't know. I'd have to maybe see like the rest of your roster. Like maybe if you don't have another good double immunity or something like that. If you don't have another double immunity, then go with Iceman. Or maybe if you already have a double immune like Sentinel or something like that, then go Corvus. But honestly, I think either's fine. Okay.
Carl, I'll answer that question once we get there, because he will, but it's complicated. Okay, let's keep reading. You keep reading.
Yeah. So the only other, one of the other offensive things I could see here is his special 2. He gains a lot of attack if Korg is unblockable, and inflicts bleed over 8 seconds. It's not the steepest of bleed outputs, but if you could double that attack, basically doubles the bleed damage. It's not horrible, but if the enemy has willpower or coagulate or something like that, it's not a lot.
And that's a long bleed, so it's not good because it's long.
Yeah, deep wounds doesn't really do a ton for it.
I feel that the biggest threat of the SP2 is when you're on offense and you don't have dexterity.
Yeah, and I think that's really it for offensive. Other than you can allow yourself to get some, you know, some charges and be unstoppable and unblockable, which, you know, if played with well enough, that definitely is an offensive tool. But this guy is really seen as like a defensive character. Let's go and just mess with my little 3-star in Realm of Legends real quick, just to get some animations out, and then oh, don't. Okay, good. And then we'll start talking about defensively and all that good stuff, because that's really where the conversation's going to be about this guy. Oh, I didn't look at his synergies either. Whoops. Forgot.
And I already saw people talking about, you know, possibly Kabam nerfing him. Reduces some of his abilities. You know, people put up 60 mil in the arena for him. Like, you can't nerf him now.
I don't think he's gonna get nerfed. I mean, if anything, Kabam will do the what some people call as a nerf, which is silly, and just come out with champions that better counter his abilities. They'll be like, you're trying to nerf Korg by making new characters, which is not a nerf at all. But okay, so he's missing a synergy. Real quick, I want to see what the difference is between the 5 and the 3-star.
I think the Iceman synergy is missing.
Yeah, you're right. It is missing the Iceman synergy. Okay, so let's go look at the 5. Oops. Let's go look at the 5-star one more time.
And also with Alliance Wars being such a top heavy competition, most of the people who are going to be dealing with high rank, high set Korgs aren't going to be in, you know, Plat 1, Plat 2, Plat 3 alliances. They're going to be in Masters, and people in Masters they deal with stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, he is going to be a roadblock for some alliances, I'm sure. But
yeah,
you know, if you're not in a competitive alliance, then you don't necessarily need to clear the map 100%. So, Shido Korg, yeah, this guy should just he should just rename himself to Shido Korg. Okay, synergies though. So he's got a pretty cool one with Thor Ragnarok here, where you gain plus 15% attack, and then plus 20% fury buff for 8 seconds when using a medium attack to end a basic attack combo while their opponent is pinned against the wall. It's pretty cool, except Thor Ragnarok. The big problem from what I remember playing the champion is you want to be very aggressive with him, but there's no way to control the enemy's power. So in any situation when they get a special 3, I still don't know how good that champion's going to be, but it's cool to check out, at least. Hulk, Ragnarok, crowd excitement is locked to 100 for additional 3 seconds. I gotta be honest, I'm not even entirely sure how all that crowd excitement stuff works, like what he gains from it, but that seems like it's pretty good. And Korg, oh wait, that's right, I forgot, Thor Ragnarok and Korg both get that boost to attack, so yeah, that's really good for both of them. It's not just Thor Ragnarok. Alright, Korg, when Korg spends 13 or more crowd excitement charges through his heavy attack, the armor break lasts 20 seconds, instead, max stack 1. So he actually spends them, huh?
Dooley is saying he should change his name to King Korg, like, you know, King Kong.
Oh, that's pretty good, yeah. I like that one. I like that one. Actually, I mean, dude, this Gulk synergy for Korg seems really good. 20-second armor break? 20 seconds, and it would be a 13 stack, so dude, that armor break is serious. Holy crap. Let's do some quick math here. 784.62 times 13, 10,200 armor break. That's pretty nuts. Maybe his damage wouldn't be that bad if you're able to consistently get that up.
Even then, his crit rate is gonna be.
Ah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, you're good call. The crit rate is just gonna be too low for
Yeah.
it. Okay. In a pinch, though, I guess could if you know, if you had to use the character, that'd be a good way to do it. All right, Iceman. While ice armor is reforming, Iceman's attack rating is increased by 15% as long as he does not get hit. I feel like with Iceman, you usually want to have that ice armor on. I guess you don't always have it on, but yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather just have like a straight 6% attack across the board or something like that instead of this plus 15%. Like a 6% with a different synergy. In Korg, if Korg is awakened, plus 15% chance to shrug off a debuff while Rock Shield is active. Okay, I mean, you know what? I just realized, defensively, if they ever activate defensive synergies, those are two good defensive synergies. Because well, no, never mind. Iceman's attack is going to be down because he's going to get hit, so that wouldn't affect Iceman. And you're probably going to be playing around Korg's shrugging off ability. Never mind, not defensive abilities. Okay, and then armor gain for Heimdall and Loki, and crit gain for Hela. Okay. Okay, so synergies, you know.
Yeah.
Fairly meh. Except for the what's it called one? Either the one with Thor Ragnarok and possibly the one with Golk, but I don't know enough about Golk. But anyway, let's do this.
Also, if you're curious, all of the video clips and the posts I made are from myself, and there's no music. So, yeah. And I may or may not be copyright striking you.
Well, until you said that last part, I was on board with, you know. Let's figure out a synergy team. Just something like this, I guess. Whatever. We're just playing around with some animations. So yeah. Okay. We're not gonna be here too long. I just realized I didn't even awaken him, but whatever. I'll do that after this fight. It's not gonna matter for this.
He doesn't need it offensively at all.
Yeah. We'll talk about his awaken ability once we get into the defensive stuff. So, do you have an Instagram account? I do not have an Instagram account. No.
Imagine Brian with an Instagram. What would you post?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I like his backdash. His attacking animations, they feel okay. It's a little bit... The ending medium feels a little bit funky, but...
Oh man, I've dueled this guy too many times.
Alright, I'm just gonna get to a special 3 first. A little heavy attack.
What did Korg go for? A lot.
Actually, I don't even know what Korg went for.
Did he break the record? He broke the record, right?
I don't know. What did Infinity Man go for again?
Who knows? Tomorrow, I think the arena results are going to be on, so the spreadsheet should be updated.
Yeah. All right.
How do you get to that 13? Okay, 13. You didn't get 13, buddy.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily trying to get 13. You just block to get to 13, I think, and that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Like I could just
block the SB2.
Yeah, pretty much. If he gets to a special 2. That's right. I forget it's capped out at a certain number of charges for each.
Delicious saying he would post pictures of bowls of beans and. What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would post pictures of his favorite pair of pants.
Alright, that's pretty much it for this guy offensively. There's not really a whole lot going on here, guys.
Wow.
Forgot about the Heimdall synergy. There's really not much to him. Nobody's gonna be using this guy offensively, unless you're just crazy.
I love how when he's blocking, his knees come together.
I didn't notice that. I think he's trying to protect his crotch more than anything. You notice how, like the way he turns, you know? His heavy attack animation is one of the coolest, I gotta say.
It's also just a one dash back heavy, so you don't have to dash back twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've actually spent a little bit of time practicing with this guy, by the way.
Oh, have you?
I have.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Alright, special 3 animation one more time, and then talk about defensive stuff. Alright. Oh, NotVasQ saying Infinity Man went for 59 mil. The second round. Okay.
I think there was a dude crying on the forums that he put up 53 mil and missed Korg with 170, so maybe a little bit lower than 59. Right?
Yeah, or Dalka saying 53.5 mil in Korg Arena, got 174. A couple alliance mates did over 60 and got around 100. Wow. So if they did a little over 60 mil and got around 100. Wait, what did the people... I didn't actually see what the people in who got him in 4 Loki. I just know that I think everybody who tried for him got him, right?
Yeah, people, for Loki people, they went high.
Yeah, I didn't see
We had 4.
their ranks exactly and stuff. I mean, this dude, in my opinion, is better than Infinity Man, which is like in more ways than one. So it's maybe people were just deterred by this a little bit, seeing that Infinity Man got figured out, and maybe people will think that Korg will get figured out too, and it's not worth going nuts for. Or maybe people just needed a tech champion; they don't necessarily need a skill champion, since so many people have Blade. But this guy's prestige is really high too, so yeah, I think all around he's like a lot better than Infinity Man. All right. Let me awaken mine real quick before I forget.
Yep.
And then we're just gonna go back to Shido Brown pretty much. Item use, baby. Yeah.
You are on top of me in item use, and I don't appreciate it.
Dude, I do well in item use. Don't
No, you
underestimate me in item use.
But when did you do well in item use?
I always do well in item use because I always do the 3-star arena during item use and use all those.
Well, I use my boost without even doing the arena, so.
Well, I did that too, actually. Actually, I probably have some more. I used a bunch of experience.
Puss and Pussing Cam doesn't like BG on top, yeah. Yep.
Alright, let's go back to Shido Brown real quick, and we'll look at some of his other abilities, and then we'll take a look at your Reddit post too, some more.
Alright.
Alright, so his Awaken ability, the reason why it didn't matter for offensive testing, he basically has the Thorns for the first part. There's 2 parts to it. Its first part is the Thorns, and the second part is he can shrug off debuffs. It's all around his Rock Shield charges, though, so both of those things can go down. They're not permanent. The way they go down, or let's look at the Rock Shield first before we look at the signature ability more. So, passive, Rock Shield. Korg begins the fight with 9 Rock Shield charges, which are removed each time he is struck. An additional charge is removed when Korg's dash attack is interrupted by a light attack, and if struck by a special attack 3, all Rock Shield charges are removed instead. Sorry, I had to burp. While Rock Shield is active, powerful enemy attacks cannot deal more than 40% of the opponent's attack rating in a single hit. Special 3 attacks cannot deal more than 120% of the opponent's attack instead. So, of course, you just want to save your most powerful attacks when the shield is down. When all charges are consumed, Rock Shield is shattered, and it takes between 11 and 15 seconds to reform. Each time Rock Shield reforms, it starts with 1 less charge. It's a little bit weird to me whenever they have a range like that. Like almost feels like an arbitrary
11 to 15
range.
seconds, yeah.
Just make it
can really mess you up. It can really mess you up.
Yeah.
Like, like if you're planning on using like a Corvus SP2 and you time it and then immediately like at the last hit that's supposed to do like 20k damage, you hit the rock shield and it deals thorns back to you, and instead of 20k it deals like 500.
Yeah, it feels like nothing. So each time the rock shield reforms, it starts with one less charge. I didn't actually test it, and crap, I don't remember if I saw it in your post or not. There's a lot in your post, so there might be some things that I missed.
The reform, you know,
Can it
each time it
eventually
reforms.
can it just completely go away if you go through it enough
Yeah,
times?
but by that time, either
It's
champion is dead.
yeah. Like it's not going to matter for Alliance War, but because I mean, 3 minutes would be up either way. Like even if you did survive it, 3 minutes would be up. I think at least. And but I'm thinking about like if they throw this guy in like Labyrinth of like and follow up to Labyrinth or something like that.
It can completely dissipate. It's like in his champion spotlight they mentioned that he has got like perishable rock or something. It's like a line from the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Trukos' Facebook post, rank 795 for 4-star Korg was 13.7 mil. Okay. 5-star rank 124 was 59.6, and rank 166 was 55.1. Okay, so somewhere in there, man. He went high. Well, it's still not as high as I was expecting, but still higher than.
I think he'll go higher the second round.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think some people were expecting, and myself included, like I wouldn't have been surprised if this dude hit like 70 mil. So it's probably a deterrent for a lot of people. Okay. So that's all right. That's how his rock shield works, and then his signature ability. While rock shield is active and Korg is struck by a medium, heavy, or special attack that makes contact, a bunch of physical damage is inflicted to the opponent. Damage scales with base attack only. This ability does not activate if the opponent's hit deals energy damage, and mutant champions take 25% less damage. So, yeah, you can. I think there's a few ways to get around that. Basically, one is the obvious energy damage. Although there's not that many champions that deal energy damage.
Yeah, I think the only viable one is Dormammu, because he has the higher DPS and the power control. You can show the footage on the stream if you want to.
All right. Sorry if you guys are hearing a bunch of dings. That's my computer.
Yeah, me and Brian are dinging just on the table. Yeah.
I was trying to see if you included. There's an interesting counter to this guy that I think would work. That I don't see in your write-up. I was just trying to make sure that I didn't miss it somehow. All right, we can look at this fight, I guess. Hang on, which one should I click on?
The energy one, not the whole list of champions. There's a link for.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I see it. Oh crap! Hang on.
Got it.
I got it, but I like to go in the incognito mode.
Of course you do. Of course you do. What else?
Okay.
I can put the link to the post in the chat. The post contains all these videos that Brian's going to show. Or the call it. is saying Captain America Infinity War doesn't turn off Unstoppable as a note. Yeah, there's not an Unstoppable buff, so Infinity War only nullifies Unstoppable buffs. Got it? Man, there's such a big delay between the stream and the thing I hear in my ears.
Yeah. All right, so you can see like those charges. Let me pause this real quick. The little rock-looking icon here. I think of it as like a flaccid pyramid, is what I imagine, or like a bell almost is what it looks like to me. But I guess it's just a rock shield charge. You can see the number going down every time he gets hit, but Dormammu, since his attacks are energy-based, he's not taking any Thorns-type damage. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I really need to look at for this video, honestly, just to show that it doesn't take any.
But Dormammu also does. So here's the thing about Dormammu. He does energy damage, and he does like direct damage on his heavy detonation. But if you time that heavy detonation while rock shield is up, that doesn't bypass the rock shield, even though it's direct damage. So you can, I think you can see it here. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe? No?
You did it while I was down, it looked like.
Yeah, every time I did it while I was down, like in my testing, it just doesn't bypass the rock shield, even though like it bypasses safeguard, I think.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
All of his attacks are energy though, so he's a pretty good counter, and he
Yeah.
does like 20% more damage against him natively because he has like Korg has negative energy resist.
That low block proficiency really sucks, though. Eating those L1s.
I mean, I am a 334 star, so.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the game. So, one thing I didn't see in your write-up, actually. Oh, you know what? I just realized I could do this instead. I couldn't. The way OBS works, for some reason, it was not allowing me to show. All right, there we go.
So what didn't you see?
Okay, so it's physical damage, right?
Yeah.
Which means physical resistance should reduce that, right?
Is Thorns... I mean, yeah?
So if you can get some good physical resistance going, then it should be good. The other thing is, my good friend that I just pulled out of a crystal that has a magnificent looking beard.
Okay.
Can also has this synergy with Science Champions. Science Champions place a passive weakness on the opponent, reducing their attack by 50%, except while being struck by them. I think that lowers it. I think that lowers
it does. It would, yeah.
So let's say what we've seen some people use in Alliance War, which is Beardo Cap with any of the synergy partners here, and then Red Hulk. Not only reducing that just straight right off the bat by 50%, but then whatever Red Hulk gets for physical resistance, which he gets quite a bit. Takes a little time to stack up, but he can get stacked up pretty good. And the fact that it's not on every single attack, it's only on some of your attacks that it happens. And yeah, I think Red Hulk might be a decent counter to this guy. He starts off with if you start off with 2 E charges, that's already with looking at Dreamins here, 430 physical resistance, and it's only going to go up.
I'm not sure how those stats actually work though in a situation like this, because physical resist is so subject to diminishing returns that
yeah, but it still does quite a bit, because I mean even this little,
also you are gonna have class disadvantage, so
you are gonna have class disadvantage. Luckily his base attack is low, so it's you're still gonna feel it, but you know, it doesn't get like multiplied as large, right? But yeah, even like this 160 from the mastery, the physical resistance mastery itself, in my past tests was 5.5% reduced damage. So.
But that's just gonna go down from there, right? If you add 100, like if you add another 160 to that, it's not gonna go down by 10%, right?
Right, but it still reduces it by quite a bit.
Does it?
And yeah, oh yeah.
Because when I'm using Red Hulk, I still notice the block hits and everything. I'm just killing people too fast that I don't really care.
I mean, it's not, you're not going to be immune to it by any means, but it's still going to reduce it by a lot.
Yeah, but I feel the thorns is just one part of it, and
it is.
You know what we are seeing with Cheetah Brown, that's like 1/3 of his max potential right there.
Yep. But you know, you're boosted in war. You have like 40,000 plus life.
Cheetah Brown.
You get 40,000 plus life. You're already reducing it by like a pretty decent amount, and like, I mean, let's say it reduced it all the way as much as to what it is here, because if it's, what was it, like 3,000?
Also, my third concern is Korg's crit resist and how that would interact with Cap, whose damage is all physical and has a just about average crit rate.
Wait, sorry, say that again. I was trying to listen.
So
while reading
Cap's damage is all physical.
Yeah.
Okay, and he has average crit rate. He has no way of buffing his own crit.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you gonna actually take him down within the 3 minutes if he's resisting all your crits and he's capping your damage on your basic hits? So if your SP2 doesn't crit, then you're gonna time out, right?
I think we're talking about two different things here. I'm saying using Red Hulk against this guy. You're just using Cap for the synergy.
Oh. I thought you said Cap also has a physical resist. Red Hulk. I've done testing with him. I think Red Hulk is one of those champs that has the weird dashback that I couldn't necessarily just reliably go back in after the dashback without Dex.
Crap, I shouldn't have done that. Why don't I just copy and paste this guy's name? I don't know why I keep typing it out and having all these typos and stuff like this. Is stupid. Right, so I found it much easier to do the bait heavy method against this guy.
Yeah, but inevitably you're just gonna go down like you're gonna slip up one Dex and he has 3 charges and you get backed up against the wall and then you're dead. You know, the video we saw, it was just a 455 versus a fully boosted 565. And that dude finished with like 25% HP. You can't mess up. You can't, risk messing up against this because that SP1 is going to be unblockable. And you're going to have to evade that SP1 in Alliance Wars.
Well, I feel like the backup wouldn't the backup to that just be to like practice dodging a special one? Like, it's tough, but it's doable, right?
It's a quadruple dodge and it's doable. People can do it. People say it's easy. It's not easy for me.
Yeah. Alright, so, like, the other thing when it comes to dueling is, I know it's... Normally when we duel champions, we want to use lower level champions to represent, like, the difference that we're going to face in Alliance War when they're all boosted by the nodes and stuff. But it's tough
in this case, you can't really do that.
Yeah, because
his
thorns,
damage
right?
back is not scaled, right?
Yeah, so like I've been using higher level champions.
Yeah, I think in this case, if you want to have a realistic view on what the thorns is going to be, you have to use 550s.
Yeah, I just threw a 550 in right now, and like I'm gonna take some damage here. Oh, I totally messed up. I forgot light attacks at the end of this. But it works out pretty good with like the timing with Void. Like as long as you get the attacks in, the shields
Also,
will
another
go
thing
down.
with Void is that his shrug off is going to be almost twice as strong when he's actually sigged up. So nothing's going to stick. And you're taking so much damage there.
Yeah, from the thorns. Part of it was a mess up though.
Was it?
Yeah, I used an ending medium.
Gotcha. Seeing a fight.
I mean, I'm not saying
And
like
this
I'm
is
an expert at this or
another.
anything,
This
but
is another part that gets hairy. Is when he doesn't want to throw specials and you get backed up against the wall and you have to block that.
yeah. One of the dudes on YouTube said it's easier if you sync the evade to sound. I think I saw that too.
Yeah, that was Dark Zodiac.
But yeah, I think I'm just gonna block it. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna block it.
Blocked unblockable hits.
No. Like
That,
if
that goes unblockable at 2 crowd excitements, so.
right. I know. I just mean if it's blockable, I'm not going to try to.
Yeah,
evade it,
of
is what I'm
course,
saying.
of course.
With some more practice, you know, if you could like evade the last hit and attack like you would with most projectiles, I'll do that. But I haven't even tried. Do you know if you could do that, or do you just have to stand
I
there?
haven't actually tried it. I've just been blocking it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I took a lot of damage. What did I? Let me see what I ended that fight with.
30%.
Hey BG, happy to be back in the U.S. after months and months of tuba camp. Dude, how was tuba camp? But I'm also sad that it ended in such a low note. Womp womp. Oh my goodness. What's up, Lasarnia? It was 30% that I ended at?
Yep.
Okay, so 30%. Let me go see.
And you just ate 1 SP1.
I ate an SP1, and I did mess up my on one of the attacks, where I did an ending medium. I think I only did that once. And yeah, that means I took about 12,000 damage that fight.
And you know,
So-
in war, that 1 SP1 is gonna turn into like 2 or 3 or 4 because they have just more HP than that, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not going to be a fun fight to do with Void. Like, I don't think he's an ideal
but
counter.
why
but I think I
do
could
it
do
with
it.
Void?
Who else am I going to do it with?
Well, let somebody else take the lane.
We don't know if it's going to be like Korg until we get there. Always scouting
I agree.
can do
I
a
agree,
lot,
yeah.
and early on, scouting is probably going to do a lot. But come like a couple more months from now, when people don't have, or when people have more 5, 6, like there's definitely going to be a lot of people, even
I
right
think
away,
this dude,
that are going to have
this
multiple.
dude is going to be very scoutable because his base stats are so different from any other skill chain.
Yeah, like when you get there, but like ahead of time, I don't think it's going to be that easy, right? Like if somebody has, there's already people that have like 3 565 skill champions in their profile. They throw this dude in there
There are already 4. There are already people with 4.
with 4 skill ones.
Not 4 skill ones, but 4
Okay,
565 champions.
Yeah. So like but like imagine like Blade, Killmonger, Korg, and like what's the
Yeah.
other dude?
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok would be like the 4 skill champions that someone could have. And like who knows which is being placed where. So I don't know. I'm thinking I'll just use Void. Like let's say I come across him on like 24 or the buffet mini boss, something like that. I'm thinking I'll just use Void and then hope that a better counter comes out, and I'll just go for that champion in the arena.
So I was responding to some messages on Reddit, and I think, you know, to a certain extent, it's gonna be fine for you to not drop decks, or, you know, not use a energy based character or don't even worry about the thorns damage, because it's all about his base stats. A 455 Korg is going to be nowhere as hard as a 565. A sick 20 Korg is going to be nowhere as hard as a sick 40 Korg. It's such a big difference that the sig and the rank makes, because he's not getting boosted by the nodes at all.
Yeah, you gotta remember too, though, like not everybody is playing at the Masters level and does a bunch of map 6 to have like a 565 champion for this guy. So, like a 455 on 455 is still gonna
Yeah,
be
but
tough
at
for
the same
people.
time, people who are playing at that level are way more likely to come across this guy in defense.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. All right, so I'm gonna bring up your post, and I'm gonna link it in the chat one more time.
You want to go down the
And
list? Because I think Domino is a very good counter. Good God, she does a lot of damage.
yeah, we can take a look at the Domino fight. So
Just before we get to Domino, people were saying Iron Man Infinity War. And Iron Man Infinity War, he does fit that bill of energy damage based characters, because his first medium is energy damage. But at the same time, that dude is so debuff reliant for his DPS that with Korg Shrug off, you can get screwed pretty easily. His damage on his basic hits is nothing.
I know his plasma thing is passive if like you just launch his special 3, right?
Yeah, but you have to get to SP3, and it doesn't have any like power gain.
Yeah, it won't be that easy.
People are saying my volume is too loud.
Louder than you. Can you turn him down just a little? Yeah, hang on. Okay, I've turned him down a little bit. Let me know if it's better or if we need to do more.
All right. Okay. So Domino, she's a good counter, but at the same time, if she auto evades, you're in trouble.
Yeah. All right, let's look at one of these videos here. Should we do the 550 or the
The 3-star one is my favorite.
the 3-star?
By far.
Okay. So here you're doing the method of having him dash at you and doing a light attack to get the attack off.
And that's without dexterity, because dexterity is so easy to proc when you're trying to do that. For the most of this fight, I was like, this dude is not going down within like 5 minutes. But then at the end, she just has so much DPS.
Yeah. Her damage is gimped a little bit though, because this dude is immune to bleed.
She just crits so hard. I'm not sure how to say that name, but somebody's recommended Sentinel with his analysis charges and SP2. Those are all also debuffs. I think his SP2 does incinerate, right?
Yes. All you gotta do is time it though, and
I think you can take him with him, but I don't think he's gonna be the best option.
I do want to test that where he has a little bit of a longer reach heavy. You think you could just like dash back on his heavy and launch yours? I don't think so, but I want to test that out.
For some champions, yeah. I did have a cable.
Oh, you know what? He's immune to shock anyway. I was thinking like it would deal some pretty good energy damage, but he's immune to shock. See,
yeah, so this is just a rank 3-star, not a max.
Oh, this is not even a max 3-star?
No.
Oh my god. What are those crits at the end, man? What the hell? What the hell is this? So a 5342 crit, followed by a 9387 crit. Oh, good lord, dude. Jesus. Dude, I'm excited about the update for Domino, because I really hate playing as Domino with the way her current medium is, it just feels really
Her
bad to me.
current
It feels
medium
so
is also
clunky.
very hard to backdraft on. Right.
I never even tried, but I hate playing as Domino because her medium just feels so clunky, and with the change, maybe it won't feel so clunky, and maybe I'll like the champion a bit more. Because the rest of her animations feel fine. It's just that one that
So
hurts
someone
for
in
me.
the chat is saying Blade will be the perfect counter, but unfortunately that happened.
I was actually thinking that more so of a way to piss you off than anything. Hear me out on this one. I think he would. Well, I think he would time out, but
of course he would time out.
let's just see how it goes anyway. Because the thing is, if you're blocking and baiting out heavies, which is the method I'm going to be using, it's just I feel most comfortable with that method. Crap. Alright, there we go.
Dreamin' City saying Snurp City is SIG 100.
Snurp City? Oh, okay. We got a new... Alright, let's go look at him. I'm a little bit scared to see that Thorns with like my champs here, because I feel like I'd have to use higher level champs. But let's see.
You can't use higher level champs because...
Actually, let's just... Before I copy and paste it. I forgot actually. So now that people have got him through the arena, there's probably a lot more targets. Yeah. So SIG 100 is 1630. So it's definitely an increase. It's a pretty sizable increase, but still a long shot from that from what he's going to be at SIG 200.
Yeah.
So
I think
it does.
he scales all the way.
Yeah. So it is one of those champions that scales slowly like that.
Lags in the chat. How's it going, Lags?
Max
is in the chat.
So how is Korg? Korg is he's a defensive beast, but we're figuring him out. He's gonna be manageable. You're just gonna have to put in some work with this guy. You're definitely not going to. You don't want your first time fighting Korg to be in alliance where you might poop yourself if it's a high level one.
I think even now, I face a higher level Korg in Alliance Wars. I'm gonna need new pants.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Crap. What was I gonna try against this guy?
I'm gonna try Blade, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right, Blade. Okay.
Okay, I'm excited to see this because I think my Domino 3-star has killed him in less time than your 550 Blade. Prove me wrong. Yeah.
So of course I'm not going to be healing until I go below that 70% threshold. Alright, so I did Dex there, but wait a minute, I've just remembered. Isn't he supposed to... Oh, I just threw myself off thinking for a second. Wasn't he supposed to gain a... something?
Not on a Dex on specials.
Okay. I guess that makes a lot of sense. Ah, man, the last hit, I wasn't paying attention. Ah, man. Alright, this fight started off good. I was, doing alright. Dex to max. Alright, let's push, oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, this fight was a pretty bad example. I want to do this over again.
Yeah. Keep going, buddy.
Well, you'll see.
You can do
it. I didn't want to use a special 3. That was definitely
you can
a mistake.
Do it. Yeah.
Like out of energy to heal now as a result.
Swaggy's Boatster is talking about update 12.20.9. We don't know any of the info on the champs there, so let's not freak out. Pam Mapita is saying Ammo Frost is my favorite counter to Korg. I'm going for Ammo Frost. Doesn't matter what the cutoff is. Doesn't matter anything. I'm going for Ammo Frost.
I died.
Oh, you died.
It would have worked though. All right, let me do it again.
Yeah.
Let me do it again.
Yeah.
His damage is gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad. But if you get into a fight with this guy, what's this guy? What's the SIG 100 guy's name again?
What's his name? Give me a sec.
kind of cast me in
Snurp
big
City. Snurp City.
Snurp City? Okay.
And it was Killer MD said it initially. Yeah, sorry, we know it's in the video, but it's just one of her abilities. We'll figure it out.
Alright, let's try this again. Sig 100,
Dupes.
565.
Dupes in the chat. Dupes, how's it going?
Jesus, that came out quick. Oh man, that's gonna be rough. I was not prepared for that heavy attack. Please don't throw a special, but he threw it.
I don't really, the stream's delayed, so I'm just hearing you saying that came out quick. I didn't expect that, so okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Go down the menu.
You just heal up. It's all good.
You can heal up all you want, but it doesn't matter every time now.
Oh, I should have got caught there. I messed it up. They didn't catch me. Oh man, that's a longer reach on that than I expect every time.
John local thing, so he's similar to Electro for 20 times worse. No, he's not. All the damage can be avoided if you know what you're doing. Waiting.
No, I didn't. Oh, oops. No, I backed out twice. I gotta remember, you don't back out twice against this guy's head.
Oh no.
But still, that wasn't that bad. I think I would time out.
How many times did you quit in that fight? Did you quit at all?
I don't know. I did pop one special 2 to see how it went, but I was so focused on just trying not to die that I couldn't see the damage.
And you know, if you pop that SP2 while his rock shield is active, each one of those bullets deals thorns back to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's something to watch out for.
Yeah.
I'm going back now to see if my special 2 crit. Let's see what happens. I can't put it on screen the way I have my OBS set up right now, but alright, so the initial like slicing and dicing part, there's 4 hits, 2 of them crit. The machine gun, 2, I think there's 4 hits there as well, and 2 of them crit. So 4 crits in total on the special 2. Because of course Blade has that plus 2000 crit rating.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like he's, yeah, you definitely don't want to use Blade. You don't want to use Blade against this guy. But let's say you think it's a different champion, you bring in your Blade or something like that, survive long enough to deal whatever damage you can.
I think
the method I
Blade
was just
can
using.
eventually take him down, but yeah, this dude is so. He may sound scary, but at the same time, it's not as bad if his sig is lower, and it's not as bad if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think you could definitely counter this guy.
I think even with Blade, if you take off dexterity and if you play, more cautiously, you can avoid most of the damage and just focus on doing your SP2s instead of using the power for healing. Maybe he will be able to, as a 565, maybe he will be able to take down like a Korg on a lane node.
Honestly, I think I'm just going to leave Dex on. I don't see myself ever taking Dex off.
How come?
I feel like it's not that bad to do the shallow evades against his animations for some reason. For the most part, I was getting
the shallow evades and then light attacks?
No. Well, that's not the... Because that's not the strategy I'm going to be going with, probably. Just shallow evading to bait out specials is what I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh, you
bait
wanna
out.
bait?
Because
Okay.
here's my problem when I do the shallow evade into light attack counter thing.
Yeah.
And I probably just need more practice with it, but I find
Yeah.
myself messing up from time to time and
Yeah.
doing the wrong, like evading too far and not being able to get the counterattack in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
But at some point, I don't think the messing up part ever ends. But at some point, you will realize that if you mess up, your mind will just work overtime, and you will realize if you have just messed up, you can just dash back again
see,
and just restart that, right?
that's what I'm talking about. That is the problem with it, in my opinion. You back up again. If you do that too many times, you get backed up against the corner,
Yeah, yeah.
and then that's when I get into the worst situations for myself. Is when I'm backed up against the corner. I just don't play nearly as well. I'm flustered, and it's hard to bait out special attacks, right? Suddenly you find yourself getting hit by heavy attacks. They're getting their special 3, and I'm dead.
Man, getting backed up against the corner with this dude with dex off is a nightmare. You cannot dex his heavy. You cannot dex his SP2 once you're backed against the corner. You can't dex anything because you don't have dex.
Yeah, yeah. So I can't play that way. I just can't. Like I realized that when I was I did. There was one night where I did something like, I don't know, 30 or 40 duels against a Domino, like before the first time I fought her
Oh man, but for
in
Domino
war.
it's so much easier.
It is a lot easier with Domino, yeah, but I still found myself like
For Domino, you
accidentally
can't
dashing back
even
twice or
dash back
something.
too far.
Yeah, yeah.
How
But
did you
just
mess that up?
for some reason, I don't know, for some reason I just was backed up against the wall. Like you lose less distance if you just stand here, bait out the heavy attack. Like even if you play it right, like look at the distance they are when you're just baiting out heavy attacks. Now if they don't throw it like that, I did just get backed up a little bit.
But even with baiting heavy attacks, I found that under stress, under pressure, you can mess up and you can proc dex.
You can, yeah. Sometimes it just feels like oh, I just messed up. Speaking of, let me throw a. Oh wait, this is gonna kill me. Oh no, all the bullets didn't reflect the damage there.
Are they energy damage? Maybe his rock shield ended.
No, I was watching the rock shield. The rock shield just reformed. Maybe the first slices and dices do, but the bullets did.
Yeah, all those first slices. Yeah, those were not energy, I guess. Those
Okay.
were energy. Interesting.
But yeah, I just feel like I can keep my side of the map against this guy if I do the bait out heavy method instead.
Somebody's saying try golf. Golf doesn't work. This is not a passive damage over time. This is active.
Alright. Korg down.
Voodoo is okay against him. Yeah.
Wait, I saw Mobile Chips before said Wasp, and I don't think we got a chance to talk about that. Is there something that Wasp has that makes her good against this dude?
Wasp has concussion on the SP1 that is pretty short and is also
A concussion on intercept with the right synergy too, right?
but that's just 3 times per fight.
Yeah, but she does do a lot of damage. Do you think that would be?
Also the concussion is a debuff, so
How does that work? I guess the shrug off doesn't. Is that affected by the ability accuracy? Like how would that, how does that interaction even work? Does concussion get shrugged off?
if it's not 100%, yeah. Star saying how's Yondu against Korg? I think Yondu is full physical even on the arrow. I don't know how they made that.
I don't know what would Yondu have that's
Just
good
the
against Korg? Just the arrow?
The arrow and the weakness.
I don't think it would be. I don't know how the weakness would interact with them, but I don't think that would work out too well. Concussion.
Somebody's saying use Stark's Spidey and build poise. Yeah, you can't use that.
That's the
Man,
other
Stark is
concussion.
such a bad counter to this guy.
Yeah, I think
This
so.
dude just shafted Stark so hard.
That's Panama Pete though. That's the other concussion. We're talking about the synergy one. JK just took down Void with that note. He got destroyed on last night, BG. Dude, that was such a bad fight. Oh, man. I hate that you saw that. Of course you freaking saw it, you bastard. There was a node up in AQ. And
What
it didn't
node?
look that bad. Like, it was... Yeah, it's a pretty annoying node. It's, I'm going to it right now. 100 attack and health, 20% ability accuracy, or whatever enhanced abilities, stun immunity, and chance to stun on hit. So it's really not that much. Like, yeah, you can't parry him anymore, which sucks, and he has some extra health and attack.
Why
and I
are
got
y'all
wrecked in like
taking him dupes? Why is that dude not clearing the lane?
I'm not sure. He's new.
Maybe he's sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his schedule looks like or anything. So.
Morningstar versus Korg. She can be an option if you can build some souls. She can be one of the very few options versus Korg on counter tactics. Okay, you wanna go down the list, buddy? You wanna talk about Corvus? You wanna
Hold on
talk
a
about Corvus because I think Corvus and Bishops represent a pretty similar demographic.
Hang on, I just want to move in AQ. And I'll take this fight all, I guess, too, real quick. Yeah, we'll take a look at this. Sorry, just getting distracted. Oh, Panama Pete, that's what I wanted to say. Try with Ghost. Dude, I kind of suck with Ghost really bad. If you want to, like... Dude, I mean, that'd be a really good video for you to upload to your channel. That'd be a really, really good video for you to upload to your channel, because people know you as, like, the Ghost guy, and Korg is kind of a big deal right now, so yeah. If you upload it to your channel, and then the community can kind of see that side of things. I could, like, if you tweet it or retweet it or something like that, just to get some exposure or something like that. I can send Cam a vid right now, or I could upload it right now. I mean, if you want to just send it over and we could take a look at it on stream, we could do that too, but I figured if you're trying to start up a channel, it'd be wise for you just to upload it to your channel.
Dilithius saying, dump that zero and get a hero, get for the hero this guy. Yeah, Dilithius, you can talk to Doobs about that. B. Daniel saying, what about Domino? We just showed Domino. She is a great counter. Why does 5.2 suck so much? Demiak, I think once you're done with Act 5, you'll miss it.
Yes.
Yeah.
100% you will. Okay. So going down the list. So Corvus. Well, Korg's abilities is once again, if you're just joining, this is Cameron's write-up on you can find on Reddit that I've linked a few times now. Corvus, while Korg's abilities seem to be trying to counter him, Corvus can still dish out significant damage on special 2 if you can catch Korg out of a shield. But that could be a big if versus some challenging nodes, making Korg a solid Corvus counter. Okay. So let's take a look. So if you have a a power start 1 boost on, by the time you burn
2 SP2s, I think.
Like by the time you just get through his shield charge one time here, you can just launch the special 2 like pretty much right away. He gained some additional charges because of shrugging off the parries.
Man, Corvus is kind of weird to fight with.
So yeah, I think, and plus whenever you're dueling with Corvus, you also don't have the.
Also, you saw that when dexterity isn't there, you have such a hard time evading SP2s.
I didn't even watch. Let's take a look at it. I noticed just from the little dueling that I just did with Blade, if you just block the first part of it, you have it's pretty. I think even without dex, you could.
I think you can block the whole thing. I think that would be the safer thing.
But alright, yeah, like even just the way you started this fight, you're already backed up a little bit too far on the left side of the map for my comfort
that
level.
was just like one of like my first fight with Corvus. I didn't want to spend too many resources on testing him. I just wanted to get SP2 while he is outside of the rock shield. That was just
Okay.
a demo for that. I think he can still be a good counter.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I don't play with Corvus at all, so
yeah. So this special 2, I'm not saying this at all to criticize you or the video or anything, but just so that people know, when he launches the special 2, if you just stand there and block the first part of it, it'll just push you away, and then you could just back out the little end part of it.
I don't think you can back out the little end part of it without Dex.
I don't know. It pushed me really far away. Like even with dexterity, I think that's how I'm going to be avoiding a special 2, because you save a lot of distance too doing it that way. Like let me go back in game. I'll just show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. He doesn't, because it's a really long animation. If you actually, let's go Shido Brown because of the lower Sig level this time. It is a really long animation if you try to evade the whole thing. There's a bunch of specials that work that way. Okay, so rock shield down. I could even do a medium ending on the second combo there. I'm just going to throw the special 1 to try to push his power meter, but it was already pushed. There's a block. Ah, crap. Well, that didn't really work out the way I wanted it to. Hang on. Let's try this again. Yeah, now I'm screwing it up because I'm like deliberately trying to show something and messing it up each time.
Not because you're using blade, but
I should just fight him normal because that's how I was doing it last time. Let's try it one more time. Damn it, Shiro Brown. I don't want to copy this because I want to duel the other guys some more, but just for this.
You can just type Shido. I learned that through my 200 duels.
Okay.
He pops up. He's only Shido.
Oh, what did he restore to extend the? Oh, resonate. That's right. Okay. You see how it just gave me a whole bunch of distance? There was no dexterity triggered there at all. You'll see in a sec, Cam. And now I'm going to try to get him to a special 2. Oh, there we go. I was taking a whole bunch of hits there. I'm going to try to get him to a special 2 and evade the whole thing now. Like the distance that he gains, it just feels like there's more there. I don't know exactly, but it certainly felt like there was more. Special 1 don't move that hard if I mess it up. This dude's gonna be annoying, but I ain't sweating. Put him on my lane. Bring it. I made a video of Korg versus Korg. Korg versus Korg. How does that work out? I feel like that would not be a good counter to Korg. So which champion removes Rock Shield? No one. Kabam wins again. Well, everybody removes Rock Shield. You just attack into them, and it removes it. But energy damage or immune champion reduce it. This guy's not gonna be that bad. It's not gonna be that bad. He's gonna bring some tears. People are gonna die. I may die still, but I think yeah, I think it'll be okay. Alright, let's go back to the list.
I think Bishop and Corvus are pretty similar because they both do like big burst damage. in an instant. And in Bishop's case, it's so easy to get those prowess charges up because Korg's SP1 is energy based. So you just parry that, and you're at 30 charges already. And if you time that right, and you have SP2 there, because you gain the power from the shots from the SP1, you can just hit the SP2 and do pretty good damage.
Yeah. I kind of wish... I was gonna say I kind of wish the, what's it called? Energy damage penalty this guy suffers was larger, but at the same time, that would be too limiting, I think. Like, there's... Like, it would... Because I want Kabam to add more energy-based champions to the game. And if they did that, then it would be, like, too OP, probably. If it was, like, 50% energy, increased energy damage that this dude took, you know. You just hit him with, like, Storm Special 2 or something like that, and he's toast. Although it'd be used for Storm. It'd be actual use to have Storm. Star-Lord, high DPS, easy to intercept with his light, and energy-based special too.
I love Star-Lord against this dude. He is so easy to use the dash back and then intercept with the light.
He just dodged special 2 without Dex BG? Yeah, I know.
You can dodge the SP2 without Dex, but you can't be in close proximity. Oh man, Star-Lord, great counter, some of the best. And I think Star-Lord
Dude,
himself
there was
is
your
going to
chance.
be...
You just really tried to avoid taking that, doing that dash medium, right? After his special 2. I guess that's why you're holding back. So I've seen that a few times now where you're just not dashing in after the special 2.
Oh yeah, I don't want to take Thorn's damage.
Yeah. Alright, hype. Very easy to get rid of Rock Shield with multi-hit energy damage, dealing special 1. Also high DPS and high energy damage over time potential. Keep in mind that the first hit on Hype's special 1 is physical, so you will take Thorn's damage on that hit. Okay. Let's check it out.
And I think with Hype you want to get unlucky. And that would be you getting lucky, because on your SP1, if you proc like 5 incinerates, half of those are going to get converted, so you're basically just like chipping him down by like 2 rock charges.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you'd want to only use the special 1 when, what's it called is down, though, wouldn't you? Like, when the rock shield is down?
No, you want to use it in order to take down the rock shield faster as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Alright. Bishop, multi-hit, energy damage, dealing special 1. I was curious about the special 1. It could have high DPS with prowess charges if you can build them. Bishop can bring a new level of unwanted complexity to the fight. Given Korg's damage caps while Rock Shield is active, you have to be mindful of releasing specials while Shield is up. Otherwise, they do virtually no damage. Also, Korg Special 1 shots deal energy damage, and parrying those can be an easy way to get a large amount of prowess. Ooh, interesting. This can be a double-edged sword with Bishop's self-harm once he hits 30 charges. Wow, there's only one view on this video. Nobody wanted to watch Bishop.
It's unlisted, so.
I know, but the other videos had like between 6 and like 30 views, depending on the channel.
Also, that one's new, so. I just added one with the edit.
Okay. Oh man. Well,
Pretty good,
pretty
huh?
sweet. Okay, so Bishop, pretty good. I mean, it makes sense too with class advantage and all the energy damage and stuff, prowess. I was thinking too, like, if you really, really needed to for a certain fight, putting on like max, what's it called? Recoil might be beneficial for using someone like Bishop. Because I think the way they multiply, if I remember correctly, is all of the damage that you gain. I don't think it's additive, is what I'm trying to get at here with recoil and prowess.
And recoil are additive, but prowess and damage multipliers are multiplicative.
You sure about that? Because recoil, I think, is a damage multiplier.
Yeah, recoil and prowess are both multipliers, but those multipliers on their own are additive. But when you have like recoil or prowess and, you know, say assassin or suicides, that will multiply with the prowess.
Okay.
You can listen to this in the podcast of champions with Idolus in 2 weeks.
Okay. I could have sworn there was a mention about it on the forums from one of the devs, but I could be wrong. Alright, still, it's a lot of extra damage that you could add. If you think that you could wipe this dude out with like a 6 special 2, then maxing out recoil would totally be worth it.
His SP3 also does a lot of damage.
That's true too, yeah. And since you're...
Also, if you can finish the last fight with the SP2, if you start the fight with the SP2, you can incinerate him as well. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I mean, the special 3, I remember having it hit for like 40,000 damage, and that's not affected at all by crit resistance, and I didn't have recoil maxed out, and there was no 20% extra, multiplier against Korg, so yeah, you could deal a lot of damage, and that was just a 550. Okay, Magik. Oh,
she's definitely the safest Korg counter.
Okay. Ability to heal back Thorn's damage and deal energy damage on special 2/Limbo. She'll also control his power. She truly an amazing counter to Korg. Let's check it out. Well, let's go to the videotape. I didn't actually watch any of these videos, by the way. I only read the thing. I didn't actually watch these because I figured we'd be...
Hey, this is faster than you just going one by one and dueling. This took like 5 hours to just do all these duels, but it's fine. I get gratification out of this. And
wait, what?
BG... Sorry, go ahead.
Panama Pete BG, if I'm gonna upload this Ghost vs Korg vid, do you wanna take a look at it real quick? Yeah, if you want us to take a look at it together, we could do that.
So Magik's Limbo and SP2 both deal increased damage against Korg. I think she's gonna be the best counter to Korg on 24. You know, the regen nodes. And a bunch of other nodes, I think.
Yeah. And see, if I was playing Magik, I don't think I would mind doing the light attack intercept thing or whatever you want to call it. Just because with controlling his power, you're not going to get backed against the wall. So that is how I would approach this.
Topo saying, what about 29 minutes? Spamming is SP1. 29 minutes SP1 is physical, which surprised me.
I mean, it is bullets, right? But they do look like they're energy bullets.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think it's SP2's energy.
The Clock Gamer sending over 20 rupees, right? Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen that symbol. Alright, do you have a last message here, the Clock Gamer? And thank you very much, by the way. Let's see, let me try control F-ing it. No last message, just sending over 20 roops. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. By the way, guys, before we continue on, Cameron, he did a lot of duels to get all this information. There's also there's a theory crafting subreddit if you weren't aware of that too. But he did a lot of duels, And yeah, he appreciates like dual credits for this type of thing. So yeah, if you want to check with Cameron next time he's doing testing for a champion and see if he needs some dual credits, he would appreciate that. I'm not able to send them to him myself. Alright, so let's check out Voodoo. So Brother Daniel reducing Korg's ability accuracy, his regen compensating for some of the Thorn's damage, his power control reducing chip damage, while his poison slowly melts him down. Korg may just put Voodoo back in the conversation. I don't care, I'd still rank down my Voodoo in a heartbeat. Alright, let's check it out though.
He's not a bad counter. I think he's just discount Magik.
Yeah. I feel like that's what he always was.
John Lopez is asking, how are we supposed to evade the shots from the L1 when it's unblockable? Well, you don't let him go unblockable.
Yeah, that's the thing. You try your best. You try your best to let him not go unblockable, or push him to a special too. Both, honestly. You do both of the things at the same time.
Because unblockable, the SP1 is not that big of a deal because the bullets don't deal that much damage. The biggest part is getting backed up against the wall and just going into a loop of unblockable and unstoppable.
Yeah. What's up, Seaton, by the way?
You can also evade it. Yeah, Seaton, thank you. Yeah, this was a little bit of work. I think Voodoo is pretty good to counter too.
Yeah, it looked like it, but I'm definitely never going to use that guy against him. Phoenix and not Massacre. Both pretty similar with the ability to deal energy damage on basic hits. Igniting Massacre is bad though, is going to be difficult with inability to hit on Korg's block and his crit resistance. Correction, while Massacre may seem like a good Korg counter on paper, in practice he's really not. Difficulties with him mainly involve
you don't need to watch that video.
Okay. Difficult thanks to crit resist and keeping the bat ignited even after the special 3, placing an incinerate and getting bag ignited that way. Subsequent incinerates. Yeah, just basically don't use that guy. Just gonna move on actually. The SP1 isn't that bad with practice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna practice that one. I'm gonna practice it as a backup.
Under pressure, a forward like quadruple evade is so much to ask for.
Yeah, it doesn't hit that bad though. Like even if you can't evade the full thing, it doesn't hit so hard that you're just gonna instantly die. And if it's unblockable, I mean, you might as well go for it and you know, see if you can evade like you can evade at least the first one pretty consistently, even if you suck, I feel. So yeah, if you get clipped by the end, alright, well, that might chip you down enough where you won't finish out the fight, but you'll likely still be alive. Alright, Quake, found this out thanks to Are You Hungry for Apple? Korg can get quaked. Now there are 2 ways to go about that. One is outlined here, which is a different post, and the other is shown in my clip. In my case, I took off Dex and went full Quake style. Korg will shrug off the parry stun frequently, but if you're familiar with Quake style versus Masochism nodes, this is quite similar. Your concussion will turn off the secondary effects Korg gets from CE completely. No more unstoppable / unblockable. And you only have to be mindful of charging heavies and auto-evading Korg's basic hit and heavies. Let's go to the video. Oh, I just realized your Quake is quite high level there. I was like, wow, that was some good damage, thinking this was like a...
Yeah, but my 4-star Quake is just like 330, so...
Yeah, and you
got doesn't do much.
But the suicides too, adding into the damage, he melted pretty quickly. Yeah, that was pretty quick.
I'm also not very good with Quake versus Stun Mean or Masochism, so...
Yeah. Mephisto, energy damage dealing and some power control, also safe with regen and damage immunity if you mess up. Let's go to the video.
Mephisto is also an interesting counter because his first light attack has such a long reach with this little whip.
Huh. Yeah, I never really noticed that before. Yeah, Mephisto feels like it'd be a really good counter to this dude.
His reach kind of feels like Star-Lord, but maybe like a little shorter. Star-Lord, I think, is the best like reach on the light attack.
His aura is all... Well, it's energy damage, right? It's incinerate damage, but that's energy damage, right? How does that work?
Pete, I'll let him know. Panman Pete's video is up for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mephisto does seem like he'd be a pretty good counter. You just get the... I would definitely go aura style.
Whip is so satisfying.
Is there any reason why you chose to use the special ones versus the aura? The L2?
I thought that the debuffs would do more consistent damage than the aura, because I'm not necessarily spending a lot of time in close proximity.
Okay. Pete's Fit. Okay, alright. Give me one sec. We'll get this queued up. Pete, I'm telling you right now, if you copyright strike me, I'm gonna copyright strike your ass at the next meetup. Alright, let's take a look. Or what if this was just like some grotesque video or some crazy nudity or something like that?
Hey, if it's crazy nudity from Pete, I wouldn't mind. Have you seen that hair?
I know.
Yeah, big.
Yeah, Ghost seems like she's not taking any damage here, so. Oh man, unleash that LT. Oh wait, no, the rock charges. You're not gonna be able to unleash it.
Oh, it's so safe to hit him with light attacks with Ghost. Oh man.
Yeah.
She's such a beauty.
Oh, she's pretty damn good. Pretty nuts, dude. Pretty nuts. And guys, this is Panaman Pete. If you are somehow missing out on the conversation that I just had before the video, but you can just click on his name, go to his channel, or like the 3 dots next to his name, and go to channel and subscribe.
Ghost. I want to.
I'd tell you to subscribe to Cameron, but Cameron, all his videos are private.
Yeah.
Do you ever plan on doing more with your YouTube channel? I've asked you this several times in the past.
I just prefer just written content.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I'm doing non-written content, I'd rather it just be in the form of podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
That's everything.
Well, we could talk about some written stuff a little bit later.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a good place for you to put it somewhere, someday, if you wanted. Hood, energy damage dealing special 2 and ability accuracy reduction on a special. No video on this one though. Mordo, energy damage dealing special 1 and auxiliary degen damage and ability to spam specials thanks to power gain. Did you try blocking unblockable with Mordo? Because I was actually thinking about that a little bit too.
It's possible. His block proficiency is low, but his energy resistance is so high that he doesn't take a lot of damage from those bullets.
Yeah, if he's awakened, right?
Yeah.
So this is one of the least used abilities, I want to say. The least used, potentially powerful abilities in the game that just, it seems like difficult to find an actual use for it, but, or at least it's always felt that way to me. Maybe I just never practiced enough. But Mordo, after holding block for half a second, Mordo can block unblockable specials. So that, with his increased power gain and, you know, getting off his special and stuff like that, like, I don't know, Mordo does seem like an interesting option for this dude. You wouldn't have to play around his abilities, really. I mean, you just block them. And then his awaken ability, By conjuring a magical barrier, Mordo gains, look at that, 7,600 energy resistance while he remains blocking. It's an absurd amount of energy resistance.
He
Mordo gains
basically
attack.
can take no damage from those bullets. So.
Yeah. Mordo gains attack on heavy charges. Would you be able to... Let's try a duo real quick with Mordo. Because I do want to see... I don't think this is going to be possible, what I'm going to test, but... I'm going to try it anyway. Snurp City. Well, I'm going to take a lot of damage. You know what? Let's go back to Shido. It's only at 330. So, yeah.
I think Mordo also has a good reach on that first light.
Okay, we'll test that out too, I guess. No, it didn't come close to reaching. Oh man.
We are probably reaching him.
Not reaching. Oh wow. I don't know why I did the medium attacks there, but no, yeah, just. Oh man. Mortal will be interesting though. I can't see anybody actually using this guy in an alliance war, but maybe. Maybe.
Here, Joe.
Does he? He doesn't use this guy offensive.
He used to, right?
Did he?
To. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Well, he also used Magik against Blade, so.
Is the podcast on Apple Podcasts? No, I think it's just on Idolist's channel, right?
Yeah, for now. For now.
Yeah.
Soon we'll be elsewhere.
Just type in.
People are asking about Hood. The invisibility thing is not that strong because versus basic kits, it's just 45%.
Yeah, it's not that good. You can't rely on it. It's annoying when you're fighting against him, but it's not something that you can rely on when you're using the champ.
Dream saying that was Vision, not Morta. Yeah, unduped Vision.
Alright, so that's it for your list of recommended champions. There's a bunch of recommended notes here. I don't know if we're going to go through.
Yeah. I'd just say that Magik is such a great counter. Like, when I was just going down the list and ranks and, champs to counter him with, I think Magik is just the best option for him.
Yeah, I didn't even realize the 20% extra limbo damage taken, so that adds up to be quite a bit. Like, let's go take a look at Dubes' Magik real quick, see how much damage it deals.
It does a lot. I think Limbo actually adds 20% to Magik's DPS in general, like even when you're backdrafting. So. Yeah.
So okay, so 581 plus. Let's say you're boosted up. Let's not go crazy here, but let's say you have a 10% attack and a 20% champion. So let's just say you have 30% extra attack. So it would be 581 times 1.3 times 1.2. So essentially you're dealing like 906 damage every second that Limbo is up. And Limbo's uptime is really high. With Morningstar Synergy you do even more damage while Limbo is active. Yes, but that doesn't affect the actual Limbo damage itself, right? It just gives you crit and crit damage.
I think Magik is just gonna not be an option for him on Note 29. And on Note 29, this dude's not gonna have that many counters.
Probably just a Actually, I don't know.
I can only think of starter than Domino. Nobody else.
I was thinking about Domino, but would Domino be enough?
I think Domino can out damage it for sure.
Actually,
Because she wouldn't be placing any debuffs on him, and so no masochism.
His Thorns gets what's it
I'm not
called?
sure if his Thorns would scale with the node.
I think
Maybe
it does, right? Because it does for
Domino herself.
Well, it does for what's the other node? Counter tactics. It scales for that node, right? Doesn't it? Doesn't it scale for like no, never mind. Limbo doesn't work that way.
Does Domino's critical failure scale with no 29 or with counter tactics?
That's a good point. Actually, I don't know. I don't know enough about those nodes. I honestly though, I still think Void might be an option. If you get to a point,
a masochism node and a champ who has native, shrug off. Really?
Maybe.
And the native shrug off actually scales.
It wouldn't be pretty, but maybe. Because if you can get to the fight to a point where
Dupe says it scales. Also, Void cannot do that. I think Void is the only champ who I've never been able to do that. A slight dash back and then light attack with him.
B Daniels, BGL asks again, did you guys test Cable's Special 1 and stuff? I did not. Cameron, did you ever test anything with Cable?
I have a video of Cable in there, but it's not to show his SP1. I think Cable is just a worse bishop.
The Special 2 does applies a concussion.
But it's very short, and it's not 100%.
Yeah.
And it's a debuff, so it can't get shrugged off.
He has some healing, though, too.
So man, Bishop, Cable... and Bishop's is off.
Oh, well, Bishop's healing is a joke.
Yeah, but it's still on demand.
Yeah, I guess. What's it called? Cable, please, Kabam. Just a unique synergy. Please, for the love of God, give Cable unique synergy. He's gonna be a good champion. Just one unique synergy away, you bastards. Let's go try it just for the hell of it. Let's go mess around with that a little bit. His degen is not passive too, so it's not a good idea to try to start the fight with a heavy attack, which is unfortunate.
He has a long-reaching heavy though. That dude can beta heavy and at the same time.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it anyway, just to see it in action. God, man, please. He's got additional power gain and healing. Like, I don't know. It's cool. He's a cool champ, man. He just sucks. Look at that. Good lord. All right, he didn't shrug it off anyway.
So who's gonna take longer? 550 Cable versus 3-star 330 Domino.
Question.
Justin saying, does it count as a Cable video? Yes, it does. Pew pew.
Oh my god, I gotta do that reach on that. I shouldn't have done the heavy. His charges are gone. That's good. Ah, Dex, man.
See? Dex accidentally. Man, that thing is gonna get people.
It is.
I feel this dude is a good... This dude is a good indicator of things to come. And maybe you should rethink some bankups. Maybe
Yeah, one does get rid of his shield really quickly.
Corvus has 565. Maybe not as good of an option for a line 4 anymore after this.
Man, you really think like I don't know, I
I
think
really
Corvus is
think,
gonna be really good against this
especially
guy.
with him and Emma Frost looking like she's like crit immune. I think Corvus is going away soon, completely.
Really?
And just watch them like add safeguard nodes next season.
Like I don't, to be honest, I've said it before. You've heard me say it. I don't think I would use Corvus anyway. It's just not. I don't enjoy the play style.
Damn, didn't. Good God, dude.
Yeah, I got in some rough shape there. That is the one thing about this fight where, like, if you stay in control, you're in control. But if you lose control for a little bit, you could find yourself backed up against the wall and just hurting. The special one does get rid of that rock shield really quickly though, really quickly, and that's something that you could have up a lot with the increased power gain that Cable has. So just give the dude a cool, unique synergy.
You know what pisses me off? Cable in the future fight has the same animation. You know, the pew pew with the gun.
Does he?
And that pew pew does like the highest DPS in the entire game.
What?
And then it also like every shot of the bullet, it counts like as a chain hit, and then it just scales with every shot, and so subsequent shots just deal more damage. It just pisses me off. But how is he that bad in this game?
I don't know. I don't even know. Backed against the wall and hurting. BG 93-18. Yeah, man. But okay, so let's. I wish I had a higher level Red Hulk, because I honestly do think. Well, all right. What other science champions are there that you could pair up with Infinity Beardo, with that synergy? I mean, I guess the Thorns. Is the Thorns even that big a deal?
Void. You can pair Void.
You can pair with Void. It is tough on. Like, depending on how the path looks, to do that, because like you might need to have a different champ than Void for certain fights. What else we got though? So Captain Beardo also with what's it called? Mutant Champions. My brain is totally dead here at this point. With Mutant Champions, plus 20% prowess. So, dude, plus 20% prowess with Domino. Pretty interesting.
Man, she does a lot of damage. Good God.
I feel like the tech synergy doesn't really help here so much. The Mystic ones, that wouldn't matter. Dude, can you imagine though if this Mystic one like dealt 30% of their attack as direct damage each time that he lost like a rock charge or something?
Man,
Doctor Strange would be a good counter.
Can you imagine a meta where Mystic Dispersion wasn't so broken that they wouldn't have to actually introduce passive buffs? I know, right?
Ooh, like, actually, speaking of Doctor Strange, I did see that, what's his name, uploaded a Doctor Strange versus Korg video.
Invincible, yeah.
Yeah, Invincible. And, man, that
dude can evade that SP1 all day long.
Yeah. That dude's skilled, man. Especially when it comes to using Doctor Strange.
He has been using Doctor Strange for a long time. I remember seeing his videos from back in the days, like him going to Alliance War fight with like a 550 Doctor Strange versus like a 455 OG Spidey, just spamming that SP1.
Yeah. Harvey Lim, yes, I do have the 3-star Korg, yeah. Man, screw you guys, I just took Corvus to rank 4, and he's tearing poop up in Alliance War. Can you at least wait an effing week before rating on my parade, please? Dude, I actually think, Aaron Abdo, I think Corvus is good against Korg. I think he's good. If you get him up, you just, like, when dueling's never a good example when using Corvus, because you need You need to get a
Power
couple of
Sword 1.
his...
You need Power Sword 1 and you need the Power Boost. I think with Power
yeah.
Sword 1 and Power Boost, you can sneak in 2 SP2s while his rock shield is still down.
Yeah, I think you'll crush it.
That
Brian,
will do some damage, but will it kill him?
I think so. Brian, the thumbnail I made is 205 MB, max is 2 rip. What format are you using for the thumbnails? If you're using PNG, which it sounds like you are, switch to JPEG. It's a super small file size compared to PNG. And you should be good. Just export it differently. Does Red Hulk work for Beardo synergy? Yeah, so I think that's going to be a good counter. You have to... The problem with that setup is you have to have one of these other science champions, so you're locked into using Red Hulk, Beardo, and one of these guys. And honestly, these guys are not all that useful. Gladiator Hulk, yeah, in some situations he's useful, but in a lot of situations he's really not the best option, and you'd prefer to have a different champion than just have 3 science champions in like Alliance War.
Speaking of Gladiator Hulk, Korg on Flare Node. That's gonna be a nightmare there. Your damage is capped for like the first
for the
9 hits, right?
Yeah, for the first 2 combos. I don't think that's that bad. Because like the Starburst is not going to deal that much damage until he's at low HP anyway, and then you could probably kill him before the rock shield comes back.
I think you definitely need Mutant there for lowering the flare damage.
Yeah, that would help. And just class advantage and everything, so... Where is... So this is why I... Man, we need more tier 2 alphas. Because I really want to get Beardo up to like rank 4. It's so hard to bring a champion just for synergies, but maybe at rank 4 maybe he could be used also, not just there for synergy.
You can rank 5 and have fun with him. 6-200.
Maybe I will.
Maybe you should.
Well, maybe I will.
In season 2, we had a dude like he was the equivalent of what Dreamin is to Morningstar, but to Captain America. And man, that dude, he was soloing Iron Man Infinity Wars before we even knew what to do. We were just
in for Loki or just a dude? Just
in ASR.
Oh, okay.
I was in ASR in season 2. Right?
Yeah. Where are you? Yeah. Okay. I still need to learn more about this guy. All right, I think that's pretty much everything though. Is there something I missed? You guys got? I'm sure there's a bunch of questions that we missed, or if there's something else that you wanted to talk about, Cameron, about this dude.
I'm good.
Okay.
I think
I'm pretty good too. Let's see if these people have any questions though.
Yeah, I feel people shouldn't overreact, because what I was mentioning in my write-up is for the safest, the most top-notch build for countering Korg, and at the same time you don't need to have that versus like a 455 low sick Korg. You can just go in without dropping decks, without worrying about hitting it with a medium. He really becomes a challenge at high ranks like 565 and like 200. So you don't really need to worry about a lot of things. But he's at low rank.
Yeah.
It's just fun times.
Why don't you use Medusa to shatter Korg's armor / shield? It's not that type of shield, is it? Does
No, it's
Korg
not.
have
it's just charges, yeah.
And there's nothing in his description that says like he loses them faster on armor break, right? The only way to take him down faster is the light attack intercept.
Yeah.
So
big question: what size of underwear do you want?
You look like a medium. Oh no, dude, it's well, it depends. If I'm wearing pants, then it's a, you know, it's like a 36 waist. And if I'm wearing pants, I never understood this. Why wear underwear and pants at the same time? So if I'm wearing pants, yeah, the underwear come off. If I'm not wearing pants, then yeah, I just find whatever pair of boxers I can get out of the dumpster and just put them on. I don't mind if they're a little loose, you know. Medium, large, extra large.
Wouldn't mind as a try loose.
I think I do wear large though. I'm not even sure. Maybe they are medium. Maybe they are medium. I don't know. Oh, but okay, yeah. So one of the obvious things that I don't think I really pointed out. I don't think I read this section, just for the so that you guys know, so you're not totally caught off guard. The crowd excitement part. The crowd goes crazy when Meek makes an appearance while Korg is blocking an attack, increasing crowd excitement by 1 for 20 seconds, plus 2 on well-timed blocks. Only 6 crowd excitement charges can be gained through this ability. So you really don't want to attack this dude at all while he's blocking. You don't want to attack this dude at all while he's blocking. Not only are you going to give him the charges, and then on his special 1, that's what makes it unblockable. If crowd excitement
What's
is
the
greater
weirdest
than
thing
1.
because hitting people under block is one of like the safer ways of getting them to dash at you, so you can retaliate with light like immediately without having to do the whole dash back and retaliate thing.
Yeah, that's true. I guess they probably had something like that in mind when they were thinking about this guy. So yeah, not only do you not want to attack him as block because of that reason, but also the bottom part of the crowd excitement section, when crowd excitement reaches 6 or more, Korg becomes unstoppable and unblockable. So if you're attacking into his block and you're not paying attention to his crowd excitement, he could just go unblockable and unstoppable and just slap you right in your face. So definitely just try to avoid that at all costs. Also, the crowd dislikes cowards, cheering for Korg when opponents evade or dexterity his basic attacks. So that's why Cameron was talking about potentially dropping the dexterity mastery. And it increases crowd excitement by 3 for 20 seconds. Only 12 crowd excitement charges can be gained through this ability. So 3 though, just from that alone. So if you auto evade or trigger dexterity 1 time on his basic attacks, not his specials, only his basic attacks, he gains enough charges to have the unblockable special 1. Special 2 is not unblockable in itself. It's only unblockable if you trigger him over that threshold where he goes unblockable for 2 seconds. Six or more of the crowd excitements. Use Brian Grant, aka Luke Cage. You know, I was thinking Luke Cage would be a decent option versus this guy. Not a fantastic one, but a decent one. You have the invulnerability to fall back on if you do get caught by a special. And he does have some physical resistance too, right? But that's only if you're getting hit, I think. How does that work?
I think so, yeah. I think that's only when you're getting hit with like non-crits.
Okay, so yeah, you don't. So it is just. That's right. That was the old way that Luke Cage worked, where it was a physical resistance buff. Right now, it's just
yeah.
just passive. So that should reduce it. Let's actually we could test it out. So let's do that. Let's see how much if it does reduce it. Okay, so 1366 physical resistance. I don't know exactly how much that is, but I want to say maybe like 20. No, wait, more than that. It should be like 40% or something like that. Or maybe even higher. Like, actually, I don't know. Let's just test. All right, so I'll test against the higher Sig one, the Sig 100 guy, Snurp City. And we'll use a different science champion first, who does not have physical resistance.
Void.
Could do Void, but I was gonna go Gladiator Hulk. He doesn't have any, right? nothing here. Alright, let's go in with Gulk here first, and the only thing I want to pay attention to is the damage that I take on a medium attack. So let's see what this looks like. Is there a popping noise you're doing?
Nope.
Okay, so 15-15. 15-15 is what I'm taking with Gulk here. Alright. Get out of this. Let's go back in with Papa Luke. WTF, is that sound? Yeah, I don't know what that sound is either.
I think it's my mic just getting hit against the phone.
Maybe. Alright. Why don't you use Voodoo? I don't like using Voodoo. I'm just not good with them. I'm not comfortable using the champion. Yeah. Just, no. I can't. I can't Voodoo, basically. So heavy, you butthead. No, 15-15, so physical resistance does nothing. Well, that's disappointing.
It does nothing, you say. Ah, interesting.
It does absolutely nothing.
I mean, I guess he's not getting hit, so, right?
Still, though, it's physical damage.
Now try a duped Red Hulk.
My duped Red Hulk is pretty low in level.
Still,
It's only
fine.
330.
Just hit him, like, hit him with one medium.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just do that. Oh man, that's really disappointing. I feel like there'd be more options if that was a thing. Okay. I wonder if that's a bug or not. Because that doesn't seem right. It reduces. Wait, yeah, it reduces it. What the hell? Yeah, like as the more charges I'm gaining, the less it's doing. Look at that. It's 810 right now.
Yeah, so
725 with 10
physical
physics.
resist. Luke Cage's physical resist only applies when he's actually getting hit.
Oh, wait. All right, let me go read the ability again. I guess I just misread it. Against non-critical hits. I guess so, man. That just feels a little weird to me, though, because it's not a critical hit. It's thorn damage. They need to. I feel like they need to update this. They need to update this because you know how sometimes it says like so you see the where it says all attacks and then light attacks and stuff like that. Instead of just saying passive, it should say when getting hit or when struck, I guess is what they normally use, right? When struck.
Yeah.
Because passive
means it's passive.
This is not a critical hit, so either there's a bug or they need to fix the description on this. So Red Hulk, yeah, Red Hulk reduces it by a lot. So between, let me see how much physical resistance I gain, because I was cutting it down by like half once I had 10
Red
built
Hulk
up.
is also not a bad option.
I am Sig 99.
Because Korg's SP1 is energy based, so he gets a bunch of heat charges from just blocking that.
Yeah, it did look like they built up pretty quick. I couldn't tell if that was just because I was taking so much damage or what, but okay, so it was like 2463. I guess I didn't need a calculator to just move the decimal point over. 2463 physical resistance with the 10 heat charges, and that's more than it was more than 50%. So more than 50% reduction. So 50% there, plus the 50% from the cap synergy if you were to use that. And yeah, even like a Sig 200, he's only going to be hitting you back for You know, for like 750. It's not that bad. All right. That is a bummer with
Luke here.
with Luke Cage. So I'm gonna report that on the forums and see what Kabam says. But okay. BG use Voodoo. We already looked at Voodoo from Cameron's post. You can find a video on. I still have it. No, I don't have it copy and pasted here. I'll copy and paste it in the chat once again. There's a big write-up about. This is Cameron's write-up that he posted on Reddit. That goes into detail, a lot of detail about Korg. Some stuff that we did not go over here, including nodes. If you're someone who likes to think about good places to put a champion defensively, some good options, some good nodes for you to look at. And videos with a bunch of different champions, including Voodoo. Mr. Grant, it's my bedtime, but I can't leave the stream. End the stream so I can go to bed. Well, I was pretty much going to end the stream here. Brian, use me, please. Abuse me. Demiak, I would never. Irfan Khan, I hope. Man, I feel like I've butchered your first name in the past, and I think I just did it again. Thank you so much for the 20 rupees. Is there a last message? No last message. I just control left it. Well, thank you for the 20 rupees. Appreciate it. Did you guys try Dorm already? Yeah, Cameron tried Dormammu. It's a really good counter. It's also linked in that post.
Morningstar works, but you can't really try Morningstar in duels because she doesn't have any souls.
Yeah. Her special 2 is not going to gain any boosted damage either.
No.
It's all passive.
We tried Corvus. We tried...
Red
Brian
Skull?
Blade tried Blade. Red Skull, yeah.
What would...
Is Red Skull's heavy energy base?
I don't
you know what
know.
I found out today? Hood's heavy. The shocks, the thingies that come out of his hands is not energy based. How is that? How does that make any sense?
Well, that's stupid. It should be. It's like pure energy.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try a Red Skull after this. Oh, come on. One more would have been that health boost. Her special 1 hits really hard with souls built up, though. She's not dependent on special damage. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Her special 1 does do a lot of damage.
She's good core counter on counter tactics because she's also got that perfect block. So you get 4 souls and you're good to go.
Yeah. All right. Let's try one last.
My
duel.
only concern with her is her short dash back and how would that interact with the strategy of fighting, for that dex.
So with Red Skull here, I think I'm gonna try the light attack on his dash-in style because I don't want to block and bait out heavy attacks because then I lose all my armor. And I don't know if I've tried this technique with Red Skull before, so I'm not sure exactly how it's gonna work. Seemed to work.
Man,
Nope.
that dude.
Did not
Red
work
Skull
out.
looks like you after a rough Friday night. You should cosplay it.
Bad part is this guy is also what's it called? Immune. He's
Shock
immune to
immune.
my special 2, yeah.
That's funny because he's so clearly built as a counter to Stark Spidey, and he does that. He does that pretty well. You don't want to fight this guy with Stark at all. But at the same time, Nebula and Red Skull, they both deal shock damage, but
Yeah.
yeah.
This is a rough fight. Yeah, because I can't get any, like, he's gonna hit me with his special one, and it's not gonna do much for damage. Oh, I went in way too late on that.
Red Skull's SV3 is very kinky.
Oh, you know what? I want to try the heavy attack. Let's do... I need to get rid of his
The heavy
charges
while the
first.
shield is up.
Oh, that's right. No, yeah, I should have done it while the shield is up. Let's hit him with the special one real quick, see what that looks like. Oh, I need a shield to be back up. Damn it. I'm trying to stall now. The best way to stall with Red Skull is just to stand there and take hits instead of like losing your shield charges.
That has to be energy based, right? That cannot possibly be not energy based.
I don't know.
Oh wow.
I just want him to kill
Dude,
himself off my shield.
Dexterity is such
Oh,
a big.
no! Die from my shield. Yeah, there we go. That's all I wanted to do. I had to reset the fight. Let's try one more duel. One more duel. I got to a point where he was because it was such a long fight, like I couldn't get him to keep his charges up long enough for me to do what I wanted to do. Let's try again.
I think you were just dashing and dexing against the wall for most of the time.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa! 5 units a duel. No, 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 no! I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Let's go to the stash.
I know how that feels like.
That's so crazy. Hold on for a second. Like, look at this. How is Snurp's... I typed in Snurp City. How is it the 4th option? Like, how are these other guys above in the search field here? Like, what is that? There's not even names here. They're just blank. Alright, anyway. But okay. Let's try this. So I want to try heavy attack. What do I do to get a heavy attack against this guy?
Parry.
I guess just parry and hope that he doesn't shrug it off, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was physical, I guess.
No, of course it is. Yeah.
Um,
Is there any energy-based heavy attack on a non-energy character?
think so.
Also, I think a 345 Magneto is going to be a good option against this guy on not Spite, on Flare. Not kidding.
I think he's gonna die so fast on Flare anyway. You're only gonna, even if you didn't play around the shield at all, you would at most take like 2, I guess, of the damage back at you.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that is it for the testing. I've seen a lot of questions asking about if I tested X-Champion, you know, Quake or whoever. They all got tested pretty much. There was a few champions we didn't test, like Doctor Strange because he's not available as a 5-star. You know, a couple other ones that we may have left out. I'm sure there's options. Yellow Jacket is special 1 or 2 might damage him. That could be interesting, but who wants to rank up a Yellow Jacket? Who wants to do that? Try Dormammu. Dormammu's already been done. Dormammu's done. Go to the post that I linked. Actually, I'll put it in the description here, too. Cam's post. I should have just done that from the beginning. That would have been way easier. I didn't even think. Okay. It's in the description now. I don't know if it's going to update until you, like, refresh the channel. But if you want to find the post, and we watched all the videos on stream of Cameron's test, which included Dormammu, included Iceman, included Quake, included a bunch of champs. That was my 7-hour crystal. Not available for 15 minutes. Alright, I gotta remember that. I'm probably gonna forget and claim that in the morning.
And
be pissed
Proxima,
off.
that main screen champ. Oh, she's so fidgety.
Oh, what are your thoughts about Proxima? I was thinking Proxima could be
Yes,
good.
this guy. Man, I can't keep track of my my missions with her. What if you introduce a whole new aspect to it and make it so that I'm keeping track of the missions and the rock shield and not fucking dexterity and
Yeah,
everything.
that's true.
I don't wanna do that. And then
That's true.
there's an alliance war node and
Yeah,
too many variables.
that's true. It just becomes too much to juggle. Yeah,
Hey, if you're a juggler, I don't mind.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty content with just baiting out heavy attacks. I don't even want to introduce a new mechanic like the dash back and attack. So yeah. What are my final thoughts about the champ? And whoa, I just saw somebody come to Hawaii and set up a meetup, dude. If I can go to Hawaii, period, I would love that. If there was enough people in Hawaii to do a meetup, too, that'd be just like a bonus. But yeah, I can't go to Hawaii anytime soon. But anyway, final thoughts. I'll spin out a few of these crystals because final thoughts are going to take a little bit of time, probably. Final thoughts about the guy. Offensively, I wouldn't even consider him. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's some cool things. I'm sure. I mean, there's no champion that you just can't use offensively, like, at all, right? But in a game where there's, like, over 100 champions, 99 of them are better than Korg offensively, I feel. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. That's a slight exaggeration, too. There's still a bunch of crappy offensive champs. But anyway, his real power is defensively. And he also has monstrous prestige. So if you can get your hands on a high-level Korg, you're going to want to do that. This dude might even be worth, like, doubling up in your battle group versus going full diversity. However, that said, he is very counterable. I think he's very counterable, and I think we're only going to get more options as time goes on. We have 2 mutant champions coming up. One of them looks like it's going to be energy-based damage with Emma Frost. I think? Actually, I don't know if that's true. I gotta look at her animations again. Wait, Dube's saying, wait, are you saying you wouldn't consider ranking him because of no offensive uses? I didn't catch all that. No. No, I was just saying, like, just splitting the conversation, like, about the champion. Like, does he have any use offensively? No, let's move past that. I didn't say anything about ranking or not ranking. I'm just saying, like, his purpose in the game is defensive. Definitely rank him if you have him, and you can rank him, whatever, yeah. But yeah, I do think he could be countered. I think there's, like, either the bait out heavy strategy, which is what I'll be going with, or the when he dashes in at you, dash back light attack strategy, which dropping the dexterity mastery with all the testing Cam has done, said that that's much more consistent and easier. But personally, I'm just going to keep dexterity on, go with the bait out heavy attack way. I mean, technically you could do both, I suppose, but
You can do both, yeah.
I think I'm just going to leave it on and dex. Or you know, if the worst case scenario, trigger dexterity, and I suck at evading a special one or something like that, and I get hit. Like, I'm gonna try to practice it so that I can evade the whole thing, but if I can't, I'll just get hit by it. It doesn't deal that much damage. Yeah, there's a bunch of counters. Go to the post that Cam linked. The video on Panaman Pete's channel about Ghost. Ghost seems like a really good counter if you can get Ghost gameplay down, if you can practice that enough. Magik seemed really good. Domino seemed good. I'm going to be using Void personally. That's another reason why I want to leave Dexterity on. I wouldn't try to trigger it early on in the fight, but at a certain point, I wouldn't mind triggering it a little bit, you know? Even if it was just against like a special 1 or something like that, or even a special 2, just to get that damage in and reverse that, reverse his health. I wouldn't mind doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. Void, his special 2 is also energy. I mean, his special 1 is as well, and I'm sure his special 3 is too. But his special 2 actually hits decently hard. So if you can get Fear of the Void up with a high Sig level Void and boost it up, you'll have like 6,000 attack, and his special 2. I guess you can't really crit because his crit rating is Void's crit rating is not so high, so it wouldn't deal that much. But it would still hit maybe like 8,000. Nah, it's not much. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, you gotta. When it comes to Void, I think if you're going up against a node that doesn't have debuff removal, and your Korg is maybe sub 650, you might have a chance. But anything above that, just leave it for Magik, or leave it for a Star-Lord, leave it for Domino. So yeah. I like the fact that he's bringing Star-Lord and Voodoo and Magik back to just the very top of the top. I think those champs deserve better.
I mean, has Magik ever left the top of the top?
No, but Star-Lord did.
Star-Lord did, yeah. I mean, I guess we'll find out exactly how effective it is, because that's the other thing to keep in mind about Korg. If you guys dual Korg to test, it's really tough to get a good feel for how he's going to be in Alliance War compared to most champions, just because his Thorns damage does not scale with the node. You're fighting it at its like peak potential if you find like a 200 Sig level Korg or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you know, if you go in there with a 3-star champion and you're like, oh man, one medium attack took away half my health, well, it's not going to happen when you're fighting with your highest level. I mean, Void, just with like the medium boosts, has, I don't know, something like 46,000 health or something. And if let's say throughout a fight, I have to hit him like, I don't know, 70 times or something like that. I don't know exactly how many hits, I can't remember, but like 70 hits, and half of that is when his rock shield is down, and only like 1 or 2 hits in the combo of when his rock shield is up. I'm saving my specials when it's down every single time. I don't know, I might reflect that 3,000 damage on myself 6-7 times, something like that. Which ain't that bad.
And you don't even have to take that. Like, this is making it sound like, you know, quote unquote unavoidable damage, but it's really not. You can avoid this one.
Yeah, this is me not trying to avoid the damage, basically. So taking that much, so it'd be like, you know, like 20,000 damage is what I would take. Not trying to avoid it. Not having the best option, but still having an option, I feel. But alright guys, that is it. Cameron, thank you for helping with all the testing. This would not be the same without you.
Pleasure. Oh yeah.
So yeah, definitely appreciate that.
Anytime.
Thank you to everyone else for just coming and hanging out. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Telling you guys, Spider-Gwen Special 1, take no Thorns damage. Hey, you're right, you don't take Thorns damage. Somehow you take recoil though, which is, I think, stupid. I wish Kabam would change that so that you could just have maxed out recoil with Spider-Gwen. Although, I guess it doesn't do any damage, so never mind. That's also silly. But it would make it so that you could have 1 point and have suicides, and at least you wouldn't take recoil damage. But alright, anyway. Yeah, everyone who sent over a donation, thank you so much. Tomorrow, back to the normal stream, normal time, arena stream. Yeah, I'll see you guys then.
This thing took a while, doesn't it?
What
2
happened?
hours 43. This stream lasted a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit of a longer one.
Yeah.
I feel like it was jam-packed with more information than the average testing stream, though.
I feel the videos, the little clips are much faster than just going in and out of the fight.
They are, because a lot of
Yeah.
times doing a duel, like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
mess up, you're like, oh, well, that wasn't a good example. Let me try again.
I'm gonna go
and
back in again. Yeah.
Just a different menuing and yeah.
And duels are so hard to rematch and no good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those definitely helped out a lot. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Oh, wait, Psylocke? Any thoughts about Psylocke? Did you do any testing with her?
I don't have any thoughts about Psylocke.
Wow, no thoughts. Huh?
I know, right? No thoughts about Psylocke. I have a 550 Psylocke. Who would have thoughts?
She could use a unique synergy too.
Yeah, she can. Big time. I'm not the one with Bishop because that's worthless. I don't know. I don't know about Psylocke. Maybe.
That could be good.
Mobile chips. Break out the Psylocke.
Yeah. We need more battle chips input on that one. All right. I'll see you guys. See you guys tomorrow, though. Good night. Say good night, Cameron.
Ooh, Psylocke versus like 29. How about that? Ooh.